I'm Hebah, I'm 21 years old and I'm a Muslim. When I hear the word Muslim, I picture a woman in a hijab or a man who has a beard, or a mosque, yeah, something like that. Ooh, those same people but as terrorists. Those people but like as a threat to people like her. Yeah. Islamophobia, I wouldn't say impacts me daily because obviously I don't wear the hijab, so I'm not as easily identifiable as Muslim. And I do carry that privilege in the sense where I'm not usually like a target for racists or hate crimes and things. But online, there's definitely a few. I've had my brushes with a few people who are either just trolls or just racist or Islamophobic. But I've learned to just like ignore things online because it's just someone behind a keyboard. A lot of the time they probably couldn't say that to my face. So I wouldn't say I've ever really been scared to identify as Muslim. I went to a Muslim school when I was younger, all through life. I've had Muslim friends. I've only been surrounded by Muslim people, so it was a great environment that really fostered this sense of like love and pride in being Muslim. I was really, I'd say, more nervous leaving school, coming to uni where there's people of all walks of life. And I wasn't really sure how people would react to me being a Muslim because I viewed it as like coming out as Muslim or something. I felt like people would see me differently or think that I was someone different when I had told them that I was Muslim. I have friends who I've been friends for a couple of years, and sometimes I'll say things and they're like, oh, I didn't realise that you were like that. And I was like what? And they're like, oh, I just thought that you were really like, Muslim and like, and I was like, no, I don't know. So I think people do make assumptions based on what they see in the media, and not like radical assumptions like that I'm like a terrorist or something, but just things like I must live in an environment which is like oppressed, or I can't make a lot of my own decisions, things like that. Yeah, I'd say that's the main thing that I find that people think. Islam to me, I would say overall it's freedom for me. It's freedom from like Western imperialism. It's freedom from Islamophobia. I think practicing my religion it empowers me against all these systems that kind of work against Muslims. It makes me want to like be stronger in my faith, and it makes me want to prove to people that Muslims aren't what you see in the media. And I know it's a little bit problematic that you will have to prove that you're different, but I think that people just need to meet Muslim people to know that they're exactly like them. For myself, I can't really say that I have been treated badly, but it really does affect me when people around me are treated badly. My mum wears a hijab, so every time we go out, not every time we go out, but there are certain times when we will go out and people will stare, and it just annoys me a lot because Muslim women especially are treated as, I don't know, kind of, we're just consumed, I think. We're consumed by the media, we're consumed by men, we're consumed by a lot of things just because some women wear the hijab or want to practice modesty. I think everyone has an opinion about it, which I don't like. And I think in that sense, for me, modesty is, I have a oscillating relationship with it, but I think it overall does empower me, but I think it's hurtful when people think it doesn't. and a lot of my experiences have been surrounding that. For other people, this is a bit of both, but I have a friend who is gay and he's a Muslim man, and he has told me experiences of not fitting in his Muslim community, but also not fitting in his queer community because he's Muslim. So he's just left in this ambivalent space where he doesn't really know where he belongs. And I think it definitely works both ways, where you can be excluded from many different types of communities because of your religion. The news, for one, really radicalizes and uses Islam for its own agenda, which has been happening for years and years. But I think recently a lot of TV shows, in a bid to be progressive, have shown Muslim characters in such an unjust portrayal of Muslim. It's very unresearched, and you can tell that someone's just written their notion of a Muslim character into this TV show, and it really shows, because it's this is not how Muslim women are, this is not how they talk, this is not how they feel about their religion. And if they do feel, a lot of the time it's they want to be freed from their oppressors, they want to leave their oppressive families, they want to just take off their hijab and just conform to the Western ideal of freedom. I just don't love that the media perpetuates that. I think it's important to talk about Islamophobia, because people need to know that their actions and their words, no matter how small they are, have an impact on people's experience in society, and everyone should be able to exist without feeling like they must choose between being Muslim or being a part of society. And I think it's also important for people to realise that things that they might say can come across as microaggressions, and that still is Islamophobic. It does have an impact on Muslim people, and just be more mindful of how they want to talk about Islam. If I could speak to someone who's Islamophobic, I would say that ignorance is no longer an option in society. It's crucial to learn about other people's cultures and religions in order to progress as a society. And it's quite counterproductive to keep engaging in conversations that don't serve Muslims or can hinder their practicing of religion.